Hey family, being me, I know that life can be a whirlwind. Between juggling family work and personal goals, finding time for yourself can feel like a luxury. And if you can relate to this, click like, but sometimes you can wake up in the morning and feel like you have no time to dedicate to yourself, let alone an hour or even minutes. But what if I told you there were a few intentional morning rituals that can transform your day from chaotic to calm and productive? Maybe not too calm at first, but we gonna get some crunk out our system. Y'all know I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm sharing these essential morning rituals that every busy woman needs to know. These ain't just about ticking off a to-do list, but nurturing yourself fully so you can show up for yourself, your family, and for your day. And y'all know I got the good for you. So check my description box for all the items that I use daily, including my LTK shop and my Amazon storefront. And if you got some input, go ahead and share that. We need to hear from you down below. And if y'all got some video recommendations for me, let me know down below. I need to know, y'all. Now let's dive into making every morning a fresh start.
Drnina, the girl next door, beautiful brown baby doll.
Preparing the night before is a game changer. Now, I don't know about y'all, but somehow I always feel like I'm running late. Anxiety gets the better of me. So even if I felt like I woke up having hours upon hours to get things done, baby, that time still be ticking down. So what saves me is laying out items the night before. Everything from my clothes to planning my lunch and thinking carefully about anything that I need the next day in order to streamline my morning. My mind gets frazzled. I'm just going to be honest. And now having a baby has made that times 10. So even setting out my car keys or my purse that I know that I'm going to wear. I even got myself a nice little insulated lunchbox so I'm able to pack the items that I need in there the night before. It can be refrigerated and I'm able to take it out and go. Baby, this can be right down to what you know you're going to shower with, what you know you're going to wear, also how you're going to prepare by washing your face, brushing your teeth, just having those items out and visible. Now, I'm not saying create clutter or mess, but having those things out so that you can have a stepwise routine every day so you know when you're going from one station to the next. I know for me, it reduces my anxiety levels, it helps me to feel more effective, and it also helps me feel like I'm doing something. So take about 10 minutes the night before, plan it out, know what you need, and get those items at your fingertips so that when you get up, whether it is that you're going to work out, you're going for a walk, you're going to do some other things, those things are out and ready. And we're even starting this routine with our baby. We set out her clothes the night before. We also make sure that her hair is done so she wears her safe silk bonnet the night before. That way the next day, all we got to do is put in barrettes or whatever we want to do to jazz her up. Y'all, I promise it saves moments, if not hours. This also applies if you know you're going to eat breakfast. Make sure that you have that set aside or ready so that it's easy for you to prepare. And if you need to go the extra mile, don't feel guilty. Get yourself a checklist so that you know every morning what you need to do so you don't forget anything. Make and take some time to simplify your routine. Simplifying your morning can make it less chaotic. And this might take just a little bit of time to plan it out and map it out the way that it works best for you. I have what I call morning stations. So for example, in the morning when I get up 4 mornings out of the week, I'm definitely going to work out. I'm going to need 30 to 45 minutes to get that done. But because my clothes are laid out and I know exactly how much time I need, I can really plan accordingly. And then this filters down to even your face washing station, your shower station, makeup. And if you're eating in the morning, your food, your kids and people in the home, and tending to small things with your mind, body, and spirit. I found that even for me, having like a 5 to 10 minute makeup routine is all it takes for a day-to-day look. I'm not preparing to be on the red carpet every day, so all I need to do is look decent and feel good. And the same thing goes for the shower. Washing your body thoroughly 2 to 3 times is going to be great, rinsing off well, and kind of timing yourself and knowing what you need there. And if there's people in your home that you have to really help care for, make sure that their items are set out the night before and that you've already prepared for what's necessary for them as well. And when it comes to mind, body, and spirit, there's so much that factors in there that doesn't have to take an hour to do. When I first get up, one thing I do is thank God for the activity of my limbs, my mind, my abilities, and all of those things. And I try to find ways to say something nice about myself, even if it's in the mirror, just to remind myself of things that I like about me, things that make me happy. And yes, it seems cheesy, but it can definitely set the tone for your morning. And also, YouTube is free all day. You can find motivational speeches and things that you listen to while you're getting ready. Assess how you feel and what your needs are, sis. A lot of times I would wake up on the wrong side of the bed because I realized I wasn't even asking myself what I needed when I got up. It was immediately get up and run, rush. What we don't realize is that sets the tone for our day and it makes us feel like we've rushed past anything that could be for us. For instance, I intermittent fast, but if my head hurts, I might need to eat something. That might be as small as a protein shake or a protein yogurt. Every morning, I know it's essential to nourish myself according to my needs that particular day. I'm a woman with hormones, different gut health. My body is constantly changing. My main targets are to have good energy, balance my hormones, and to remain pretty sharp for my day. And Gym has helped me to do that, and they're the sponsor of today's video. Let me tell you more about it. Yep, today's video is sponsored by Gym. Gym believes in eating your nutrients the way that nature intended. Their bites are made using real food ingredients that your body already knows and loves. I've been trying them over the past 2 months now, and I'm so impressed. Now, I used to be a gummies girl, but Gym has won me over. Gym's benefits compound to offer foundational health or targeted support, including mood support, gut health, anti-inflammatory properties, healthy hair, skin, and nails, and bone and brain support. You know, the stuff we need. Gym didn't go into this blindly. They have a whole advisory board that helped to develop this, including nutritionists, neurologists, and more. Gym believes that food is medicine and that every dose should be delicious. I eat it and I don't take it and it tastes good. I'm 100% excited to eat it every day. It's like my little treat. Your body absorbs nutrients from food much better than isolated pills or powders. I have the Gym Bites, but they also have the Energy Aid and the Chill Out Bites. I only eat one daily. I wish I could have more. It really supports energy, mood, gut, skin, brain, bone, and immunity. It even has those science-backed nutrients like beta-glucan, prebiotics, and even probiotics. If you're wondering about the taste, it's lightly sweet, but so satisfying. There's no soy, gluten, or animal products, and I don't have to worry about eating the bite on an empty stomach. It's real food, so it doesn't make me nauseated. And get this, right now, Gym is offering 50% off your first month. Go to dailygym.com/drnina and use my code drnina at checkout. It's nice to be a little more flexible with your wake up schedule. Now, when I wasn't married without a child, I can remember times where I could just get up and my mornings were all mine. I could get up and meditate until I levitated. Do you hear me? But nowadays I have to be extra purposeful. And that means being more flexible. No matter your lifestyle, all of us can use a little bit more rest and sleep. Sometimes these aesthetic morning routines are just that. They're meant to look good. They're meant to give you motivation and give you some ideas for things to do in your morning. But no one nowhere is usually doing everything every morning. It's cute to have the frothy coffee, make the perfect breakfast, or even put mints on your pillows. But let's be real, when we get up sometimes, it's the mad dash. So given you've taken step one and you're kind of preparing for your mornings and know what you need and have it all laid out, about 90 minutes to 100 minutes is the sweet spot for me. I'm able to get all of my things done for me as well as baby and work with Sean in order to get our day going. So instead of thinking that you have to have this perfect 5:30 a.m. wake up, unless it is that you like to work out, which I do, and some mornings I get up super early to do that, but that's not every morning. Just make sure you have enough flexibility that still leaves you with rest, because the whole purpose of having an effective morning is so that you're rested and you're more effective in your day. If you're tired before 6 a.m., guess what? The rest of the day ain't looking too good. Of course, you want to leave time so that you're not rushing, but you also don't want to take away so much time that you don't have any personal time or actual rest time. Habit stacking and combining the things that I do have changed my life completely. I used to think that everything had to be done one at a time for you to be giving full attention to it. But the truth of the matter is, women, we know how to multitask, baby. So this can be something as simple as getting your affirmations in while you're doing your quick makeup station. If you're hanging them or posting them on your mirror, you can look at things that make you feel more positive, or you can even play something in the background that helps you to feel more positive and motivated. This can also be a great song list or your gospel music or whatever it is that helps to set off your morning. Another thing I like to do is meditate and brain dump while I have my coffee. And if I worked out in the morning, I often do this right after. That can be looking out of the window or thinking about things that are small. This is the perfect amount of time at this station to really give my brain a rest before it gets revved up for the day. And one of my favorite things is to listen to podcasts or other informational things while I'm showering. It gives me a chance to, again, learn about something new, maybe take in a little bit of news that's not so hectic, and also hear something enjoyable that I really like. And what I noticed with this is I love music, so I know the length of the songs that I like to listen to. This also lets me know when I need to get my butt out of the shower. So if I've heard 3 particular songs, I know I've been in the shower about 10 minutes, okay? And so that also gives myself a brain timer, and also it becomes automatic so that I can realize what my timing is without feeling pressured by a specific clock. These are just little ways to bring some joy back into your day. Now, y'all, here's another cheesy one, but look in the mirror and say something nice about yourself. When I tell you I didn't realize until this year just how many thoughts I go through before I hit the mirror in the morning, I'm often already hard on myself. As y'all know, I'm in a new weight loss journey from having my little baby, and while I feel blessed, I still don't feel like I'm a part of my body yet. So every day I'm already waking up thinking, okay, I need to work out. I need to do this. I need to do that. I feel like this. I know I look like that. Until I started learning to slow down and look in the mirror and say, hey, I actually like this about me. This is what's great about me. This is what makes me feel my best. It doesn't take but 1 minute to do, but I tell you, it changes the course of your day. The rest of the world is already hard on you. So until you start to give yourself flowers, think about how you have done so well and not just survived, how you've thrived. Those things will not come to life until you make them come to life. And while it might seem like something so small, it makes a big difference. We often beat ourselves up internally, but just looking at yourself and telling yourself at least one thing you like about you in the mirror, as if you're speaking to yourself as a friend, can help you to feel better for the course of your morning and your day. When we're starting new habits and new things to help ourselves, oftentimes we get carried away. So don't try to do all your new rituals and habits at once. This is the biggest thing that can stress and wear you out quicker. It can also make you not want to get up in the morning, which can lead to depression, right? Again, going back to what I said about mind, body, and soul. Give yourself at least 1 or 2 things in each category every morning. When you connect with your mind and make yourself feel as if you are growing and changing, even if you're older, this can help you to connect more with your body. When you do things for your body, like working out, taking a walk, giving yourself some great nourishment, taking your vitamins, those things can help you to lead more to a better spiritual connection with yourself. And when you do things within your spiritual realm, whatever your religion or your thought process is, meditating or praying, doing something that adds to that part of you, it's going to help to connect all of the 3. We're so used to doing things for other people before we do for us. And that's why a lot of times we're left resentful. I'm not immune to this. Sometimes when I found I haven't gotten the right amount of rest, or when I found I haven't taken care of myself in the morning, or when I'm constantly worried about something or someone else before myself, it leads to you not feeling that great. So I urge you, find at least 1 or 2 things in those areas every morning, and it's going to help you feel even better about your day. Choose an activity that grounds you. Now, I told y'all I like to have my little coffee station time. So for you, this could be having your tea or coffee or just water, sitting and thinking or not thinking, or just having a chat with someone you like. In the morning, a lot of times, me and my girls catch up on WhatsApp. And I'm not saying you have to always do this, but I do have chat groups and I have people that I like to communicate with early in the morning. Sometimes we talk late at night or early in the morning, or we're returning messages or voice notes. We're not necessarily calling each other, but it's nice to have voice notes or talk about things or send each other funny stories or videos or things to motivate your day. A lot of times in our life, we encounter people we don't like who might make us feel crummy. When you have an even distribution of the types of people you encounter, you're gonna feel better about your day. And starting that off in the morning helps to set the tone. Reading something that calms your spirit really helps here. I had to stop listening to a lot of news early in the morning for this reason. I like listening to certain channels, which I'll put some recommendations down below, that really do teach me things, and these things might be weird. And because of my line of work, I also find that it's important to expand upon my brain and the things I know about people, pop culture, or even other topics. And that body connection for me as an activity is great as well. So taking a walk on my walking pad, doing something on my stepper, lifting weights, or taking a walk outside. All of those things help me to feel more connected with my environment and also help me to feel like I'm doing something for myself again. Do y'all see the trend here? Giving back to you first thing in the morning helps you to be better to others when it's time. It's also important to get yourself a playlist to change your day. I like to be hyped. You can find anything on my radio or my Spotify, from It's the God in Me, Mary Mary, all the way to Project Pat. I love it all, so long as I can push through. And I do have a Holy and Ratchet playlist linked down below if you want to check out my Spotify playlists. And like I said before, having a playlist, especially with songs that you are familiar with and know the time span of them, can also help you to time yourself at different stations. So if I know I'm listening to 3 songs during my shower, I know that took me about 10 minutes. My makeup makeup, about 10 minutes. Looking at a clock sometimes gives me the ick and also makes me feel like I'm behind, even if I have enough time, okay? So just listening to the music helps to calm and soothe me, connect me back, get me hype, help me feel good about my day, but also it helps me to inadvertently time myself in different stations. So that playlist can be golden with setting the tone of your day. It's very easy to make ourselves feel like that everything that we need to do is super important. It is not. So creating a quick list of what you need to do sometimes is what will keep you focused. And for me, the trick is the top 3 things, that need to happen for that day. And below that, I'm able to list the other things that I can get done on other days. A lot of times we have to rewire our brains. I'm very hard on myself. So I often think, oh, if I need to go to the grocery store and get this, or I need to make an order for that, or if there's something in the house that needs to be fixed, or if me and Sean are planning a date night, or if this is happening, or something is needed for Hunter, I'm off the rip going a little bit crazy. My husband was the one that got me into this because he would tell me, honey, it's not everything on your list is important. Sometimes it's just a few things that are very important. And sometimes it's the very pressing things that need to happen sooner rather than later. When I learned that and relearned that, it helped me to put my day in perspective, and I felt less pressured and less anxious because we put a lot more pressure on ourselves than the outside world. And then what happens is a pin drops and you pissed off at everybody. You're ready to curse everybody out because you've already worn yourself out. But when I keep in perspective, these are the 3 things I need to or would like to achieve today, and everything else comes thereafter, it helps my day to run a lot more smoothly. I know some people have morning commutes, so make your commute count. I commute a long way once a week. During that time, I'm listening to audiobooks. And if I'm not driving, I'm going to read. Again, this is time to give back to your brain. And even if it's just time to brain dump and do something that's not related to your work or where you're headed, it gives you a dimension to your life. It makes you feel like you're not all about your work. You're not just surrounded by things that you have to do, but you're getting to do things that you want to do. So you're sneaking in those fun points that really give you joy. This also gives you a little bit of time to learn something new, maybe about something that you want to do, something that you're interested in. I know that I've been getting more into financial habits and literacy, as well as learning more about budgeting and learning tips and tricks that just enhance my life overall. And even if in this time you want to get some silence, that is the best time to do it. If you commute by yourself, don't spend the whole time thinking about everybody else and everything else you need to do for other people. Think about your mind just being able to breathe freely, okay? This is just a time for you to, of course, pay attention to the road if you're driving, but also to give to yourself by doing nothing. Sometimes this is my time to get in the car, turn the radio off, and literally just drive. Like, it's gotten to the point where now, y'all, I really am excited about getting stuck in traffic sometime because I know I'm going to listen to a good audiobook or a podcast. And shameless plug, my podcast is coming back. Now That's Life podcast. And Sean and I are also about to release our podcast, okay? Because, married life and relationships are important to discuss. So make sure y'all stay tuned. And last but certainly not least, hydrate your body every morning. If you can, get a little bit of lemon in that water. You want to make sure you're giving back to those cells, rejuvenating your body, and also giving back to your skin, hair, nails, and everything in between. Getting back to my water in the morning, even though I drink a gallon a day, sometimes I would be so dry in the morning because I would be moving so fast, I was not drinking water. And being dry makes you upset too. I don't care what nobody says. If you're parched, you're upset. Your breath might stink. You might have the white around your lips, and some other things might be going on. So make sure you're hydrating and being purposeful about your hydration so that you feel even better and you're nurturing your body inside and out. Especially if you have a long day ahead of you, you want to make sure you're in the best position possible. So y'all, I hope today's video has been beneficial and you have found a few extra ways to master your mornings. As we're getting into the new year and to other things, I want us to create more opportunities to give back to ourselves. The world takes enough from us. And as we know, times ain't really getting that much easier. So I really want us to focus in and hone in on what we can do for us, even in the smallest ways every day, because you deserve it. All right. Now make sure you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.